G'day everyone, my name's James Foligno and I'm here to bring you another edition of the Gold Coast auction and sales results. This week we'll be looking at Monday the 14th of June up until Sunday the 20th of June. And what we'll do is, like I said, we do every week, we'll start off with some clearance rates, then we'll look at some lower price properties, and then we'll go through the Gold Coast and look at some other properties with a higher price point. So let's get straight into it. I'll share my screen for you guys and we can go straight into the auction results for Australia. So as you can see, I'll show you this now, but very strong auction results and property sales results throughout Australia, Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, Western Australia, you name it. Every state in Australia is really seeing the property market go from strength to strength right now. Our focus is on the Queensland market. There was 302 scheduled auctions for Queensland. Of the 302, 149 went ahead. Of the 149 that went ahead, 121 was sold. And that gave Queensland a clearance rate of 83%, which is fantastic. You can see there was 300 scheduled, and then there was 149 that were actually, that went ahead. So there was about 150 auctions that didn't go ahead. And this is probably the case of these properties selling prior to auction. It does happen a bit in Queensland. Owners, if they get a good offer, they don't want to get to auction day and they'll sell out beforehand. As well with Queensland, there was some private sales. There was 1,427 private sales. So looking at these results for sales volume, again, Queensland is coming just behind Victoria and New South Wales, but very close to. There's a lot of turnover of properties in Queensland as well. So let's move on and we'll go to the first property for today. And the first property that we're going to look at is this one over here in Carrara. This one's at 4 Sasha Place. It was a 3-bed, 1 bath with 3-car accommodation home. Had bathroom and kitchens have been renovated. Really nice home, good sized block of land, 734 square metres. And this home was sold for $692,500. The next home that we're going to look at is this one here. This one here is in Parkwood. This one is at 19 Greenacre Drive, 633 square metre home, 4-bed, 2-bath with car accommodation for 1 car, or garage. And this home here, again, nice home, ready to move into. Could do with updating if you wanted to, but this home here sold $600,000. Moving along, we're going to move off to this home here. Now, this one here is in Labrador, so a lot closer to the Broadwater, just north of Surfers Paradise. This home was at 1 Government Road, Labrador. It was a 5-bed, 2-bath with accommodation for 4 cars. It actually had 2 kitchens, so it did lend itself to dual accommodation. As you can see, the home does need a bit of work. So for any handyman out there, this home would have been a good one. Or again, maybe potentially the purchaser bought this and is looking at doing a development on this site. This home sold for $560,000. So really good buying there as well. Moving along, we're staying in the lower price range. I just wanted to show you this one. This one here was at 2 to 4, and I hope I say this right, but Geesman Street in Tamborine Mountain. Now, this was back originally, it was built as a church, and now it's been leased out by a commercial tenant, RSPCA. And as you can see, there's quite a substantial block of land here, and potentially it has an option to add maybe another commercial premises to the rear. This home was on 600 square metres. Or this property was on 600 square metres. And from this picture, you can see that you're in the main street or the heart of the commercial area of Tamborine Mountain. This property sold for $740,000. Next one that I'd like to look at is this one here. And look, this is a duplex. It's 2 on the block, so it's not a full block of land. But if someone who, again, price-wise is what they're looking at and they need to go a bit lower, you can have a look at this one. This one was a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1-car garage home. Again, it's nice inside. It's been updated. It's got nice polished boards. And this home, it was at 2/31 Botanical in Labrador. This home, nice little courtyard. This one sold for 451,000. So again, really good. 437,000. So really good buying. Next one that I'd like to look at is this one here. This one's in Pimpama. This one, again, is a brand new home. There was grants for people, first home buyers on this one. This was at 14 Konochi Place in Pimpama. It's only a two bed, one bath, one car garage, but you can have another car out the front. There was nobody corporate on this property, being that there's just two side by side. Maybe they'd have a shared insurance. This home sold for 399,500. So again, anyone who's struggling to get their price point up, there are some areas where you can still buy well under 500 and get yourself a nice property. Moving along, we're going to look at this one here. This one's at 34 Witan Street Drive in Carrara. It's a 3-bed, 1-bath home. As you can see, quite a lovely looking home. It's got a nice cathedral ceiling inside, 754 square meters of land, really well maintained, kept really well, this home. Sold 705,000. The last one I'd like to look at in the lower price range is this one here. We're going back to Parkwood, really entry-level buying in Parkwood. This is at 68 Inverness Way in Parkwood. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath, double-car garage home, tiled throughout, lovely kitchen area. It's on 638 square meters of land, and this home sold at 685,000. So let's move along and let's go up to another price range now, so a little bit higher. We're going to look at this one first. This one was actually an auction property. This was auctioned on Saturday. This was at 38 Sundown Drive in Paradise Point. Again, another lovely home. I actually drove past this property, had a look at it from the outside. Corner block, renovated, 641 square meters, 3-bed, 2-bath, double garage with space for more cars out the front. And this home over the weekend sold on auction day, 860,000. The next one, we're going to move up a little bit further from Paradise Point. We're going to head to back up to Hope Island. This was at 3,169 Riverlea Drive. It's a 4-bed, 4-bath with 4-car, or there's garaging for 3 cars, but there's room for ample cars out the front. It's got a swimming pool. It was on a lovely large block of land, 1,434 square meters. So big block of land, big home. And this sold 1.655 million. The next home we're going to move on to is this one here in Pimpama. And look, I just wanted to show you Pimpama. Pimpama is an up-and-coming suburb. This is a large home. This home's actually got 8 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a double garage with a swimming pool. So really well-built, palatial kind of home in Pimpama. And as you can see from the pictures, it looks lovely on the inside. This home in Pimpama sold for 1.07 million. So even though Pimpama might be half an hour from the beaches, again, the right properties are still pulling substantial amount of money on the Gold Coast. So we're going to move along now. We're going to move back to Paradise Point, so a bit south. And as you can see, this is the Esplanade in Paradise Point, this strip along here. This home was situated on the corner, just over here where my cursor is. This home was at number 62, the Esplanade, 4-bed, 2-bath, double car accommodation. It was on 488 square meters of land. Home has been updated, so it's a lovely looking home, renovated, ready to move into. You've got phenomenal water views from this home, and this home sold for 1.57 million. The last one that we'd like to look at in the north is this one over here. This was in Upper Coomera, and again, Upper Coomera, up and coming suburb similar to Pimpama. This was at 28 Macleay Circuit in Pimpama. 4-bed, 2-bath, double garage home on 752 square meters. So again, nice size block of land. Really, you can see from the kitchen, it looks lovely inside, tiled throughout. This home sold 901,000. So again, even Upper Coomera, they're starting to go up there, and for the right home, it's going to pull some very good money. Moving along to the Middle Gold Coast, the next one that we're going to look at is this one here. This was an auction property on the weekend. This is at 12 Bribery Court in Mermaid Waters, 3-bed, 2-bath with a single garage, got 778 square metres of land, quiet little court, 12 Bribery Court, and this sold on auction day 917,000. The next one we're going to move on to is this one here in Sorrento. This is at 7 Vaucluse Place. It was 4-bed, 2-bath with double garage, a lovely pool. As you can see, the owners have really looked after this house and updated it. It's a dry block, so meaning that there's no water at the rear. This home sold 1,165,000. So Sorrento, again, not too far from the water, and again, 1.165 million for that. The next one that we're going to look at is just out the back of Surfers Paradise. So we're not too far from Surfers. This is in Bundle. This was a duplex, so 2-on-1 block. This is at number 1/8 Inga Avenue. It was a 20 square property on the inside, 4-bed, 2-bath, double garage or 2-car accommodation. And this property actually has water to the rear. So it does have a small little to a canal. So if someone did like boating or jet skis, it could lend itself to that. This home, 840,000. The next one we're going to look at is this one. This was an auction property on the weekend. This is at 20 Bermuda Street in Broadbeach Waters. 4-bed, 3-bath, 3-car accommodation with a pool, again on a canal, and on Bermuda Street. This property sold at auction on the weekend, 1.325 million. So if you're wanting that waterfront aspect, it's definitely, we have to look over $1 million in today's market. Moving along, we're going to move on to this property here. This is another one. It's in the Middle Gold Coast, but it's a little bit out. We're in Nerang. We're probably 20 minutes or so to come into Surfers and to Broadbeach from Nerang. This home on a large block of land, 2,688 square metres with a pool. It's a 3-bedroom home. And as you can see, substantial land. You've got a nice little creek to the rear of the property. There's a lovely big shed or second accommodation to the rear of the property. This home at 30 Baloo Crescent in Nerang sold 875,000. So anyone wanting that land aspect with a home, there are areas that you can still purchase in under $1 million. Okay, we're moving along now. We're going to move on to Southern Gold Coast. I'm going to have a look at a few there. This one here, again, another auction property. This was an auction property over the weekend at 8 McCubbin Court in Burleigh Heads. 5-bedroom home, 2-bath with 2-car accommodation with a swimming pool on a large block of land, 1,158 square metres. From this aspect, you can see where the home is and where Burleigh Heads Beach is, and you've got the Stockland Shopping Centre. So not too far. This home sold 1,325,000 at auction on the weekend. The last one that we're going to look at in the south is this one here. This one is in Palm Beach. It's a freestanding home. It's on a 607 square metre block, 3-bed, 2-bath, double car accommodation with a swimming pool, not too far from the beach. This home sold in Palm Beach, 990K. The last thing that we're going to look at, if there's any investors out there, this was a property that was also auctioned on the weekend. This didn't sell. This has a large, wide waterfront. It's 8 units, 8 2-bedroom units available with water. This would provide a really good investment return for anyone wanting some income. Again, 8 units, 2 bedrooms on a large block of land, 1,200 square metres. This is at 47 Duet Drive. This property is still available, Mermaid Waters. And the last one that we're going to look at for today is this one over here. Again, I like to bring in some land content. This one has that land content. This is in Tallabudgera Valley. This was on 19 hectares or approximately 50 acres, 136 Araluane Road in Tallabudgera Valley. 1.2 million for this. So again, anyone wanting a home, but wanting maybe to have that country feel and not to be too far from the water, there is opportunities out there as well. So that wraps up today all the properties that we needed to go through for the last week. I hope you've enjoyed the content, and just remembering too with the properties, the auction properties that we go through are the ones that were auctioned on that weekend, and the other sales results that we go through, potentially their sales may have happened a month or 2 months prior, and now the settlement's going through. We take our information once the agents have uploaded it to realestate.com.au. I hope I could be of assistance, and until next week, good luck with your property hunting. Take care.